Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. So I thought I'd do a quick little video on the event coming out, well, started up actually on the 22nd. It is going to be going till the, well, as you can see, January 4th, 10 a.m. Pacific. Now, just some information here. Basically, if you get 100 points in faction play, you get 1 event point. If you get 150 as a match score in quick play, you get an event point. It's a total right now of, well, they just changed up here, but theoretically it's supposed to be 75 for quick play and 50 for faction play, plus an extra 25 if you pre-ordered the rifleman or whatever or the archer. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, they actually updated it. There's an additional 25 for the archer, so that makes it 50 for the archer, and it's an additional 25 for faction play, so it's 75 for quick play and 75 for faction play and 50 if you pre-ordered the archer. Basically what it is, it's a random draw for all these things in here, and a 1 in, I believe when someone broke down the odds, it's a 1 in 250, something like that. So the odds are you'll get this Centurion. The AH is, if I can find it, medium. I have the limited edition. I actually, I don't have it. Oh. Atomics. Medium. Centurion AH. It's this puppy right here. Ironically enough, it's currently on sale. Goes with an AC-20 and an LRM-10. There you go. Usually 2.4 million for C-bills, but you can get it for free. So people have been asking me, what's the best way to get score? Especially since this event is score-based. It's 150 for community warfare, or for quick play, and 100 for faction play. In faction play, pretty much as long as you play the game, win or lose, as long as you do decent, like do a couple hundred damage in each mech and all that stuff, it's not hard. Even in a loss, my lowest score has been 250, and I ain't the greatest. So as long as you play somewhat decent, play smart and do some damage and all that stuff, it won't be too hard to get the 100 points. For quick play, it's a little different. The way it's all calculated out and all that stuff, basically you get certain points for certain events that you do. So like a UAV spot is a point towards your score. A win is, I think it's 40 or 80 towards a score and things like that. And then your damage is usually divided, from what I've been looking at, roughly by half. And that seems to be put towards your score. Like your damage definitely goes towards your score. It's just, I think it's half, or an estimated, or it's a mathematical equation of that. I usually tell people, as long as you do at least 300 damage in a match, you're gonna get a score minimum of 150. Because then on top of that, right, there's usually like spotting bonuses and flanking bonuses and hit and runs and protect light, protect medium, protect heavy, protect assault. Team, whatever the team one is, where your lance formation. Sorry. So as long as you play with your group, stay with your friends, or at least your lance, and do at least 300 damage. To be honest with you, it won't be too hard. There's only one I've came close. I got 167 as a score in this event. I can bring this up here to show. So this is what I've gotten as scores: 250, 204, 233, 254, 167, and 287. The 167 here, I only did 100 damage. All these other ones, I did at least 400 damage. At least 400 damage. So as I said, the best thing, except for, I think it was this one. This one I didn't do. I think I did 100 and... I think I did about 200 damage actually in this one. So I've done at least 200 damage in each one of these, minimum. What I've noticed is definitely as long as your damage is at least 300 or higher, you're good to go. So now you're probably thinking, well, what's a good way to get the score as fast as I can, as easy as I can, without really have to worry about anything? Well, right here, LRM boats. LRM boats can get you this 150 score in a matter of, faster than you can fucking think of. LRM boats are the best mechs in my eyes to use to farm out match score in events where there's a minimum score you have to reach. Especially if you're playing with a good good set of players, like what I'll do is I'll run my Jenner 2C here in conjunction. Probably gonna laugh, but with my Jenner O, I'll run these two. Well, actually, I've gotta switch this guy out actually while I'm talking. The good thing about this is, you know, LRM5 range, LRM5 cooldown, and I think that was it. And light LRM boats is what I was going to say. Heavy LRM boats, you can use them too. There's no problem with that. I mean, they can carry obviously more ammo. What I've been doing is I'm running my catapult, my Oxeye, and my Jenner 2. Just running the three of them and just going in circles. The only time I'll switch one out is if basically I've got one locked in a match. If I get killed, I prefer the lights though, being the Jenner O and the Jenner 2O, 2CO, mainly due to the fact that I can actually reposition myself, so I don't have to worry about myself getting overflanked or overexposed, or even getting shot up by a medium that snuck around through the through one of the flanks. So in the end, I gotta say, people are gonna hate me for this, and I don't really give two shits. But the Jenner O and the 2CO, I've been using these for as many matches as I can, and they're really good for putting out the damage, and for doing what I need to when it comes to getting that minimum 250 score. As you saw, I haven't missed a match yet. I've only had 6 matches, so I mean, 6 matches. Not all of them were wins. The one loss was the one where I got the 267, which is right here. But I did 400 something, 365 damage. I think 365 because it's 150. Yeah, because it ends up being 180, and then all the component damages and things like that I did. So in the end, definitely LRM boats are the way to go if you just want to farm the score. That's it. Because you got to get that damage up, and you got to obviously do everything else. One other thing I wanted to mention too is know your weapons. Know how many times you have to shoot someone with weapon A to do X amount of damage is a good thing to know too. Like for example, I know if I go here, LRMs for example, each one does I think 5 damage. Yeah, 5 damage. So I know to get 300, I have to hit someone with these LRM5s at least 150 times. Yeah. The thing is though, is when I did my math, I've got over 500 shots. So I know if I run out of ammo, I've got all 5.5 tons of ammo, I know I'm good. I know I've got my score. I know I'm laughing. And then I can use myself as a meat shield after the fact. Keep running out of ammo on this guy. I swapped out one of my LRM5s here to kind of make it a little easier. Because I had 4.5 tons, and that extra ton there has helped a little bit, but yeah, not as much as I thought it would. But yeah. So, anyways, that's just this quick little video. Sorry for the shitty no intro and outro and all that stuff. I am slowly getting my things back on. I am re-downloading my editing software, and starting back in January, we'll start everything up. Yeah, but there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time on Battlefield. Bye-bye.